My mother-in-law needed a fitness tracker, but rather than to measure the fitness levels, she needed a tracker to keep an eye on her heart rate and blood pressure especially. So after seeing many under the 40, around the 40-60 pound range on Amazon, I decided to buy her this one. And I'm just going to give you my honest personal opinion. So this is the tracker itself. It has 10 faces on the watch. As you can see there on the picture, there's like this little rectangle on the lower part. That is what you need to press to turn it on, and that's where you need to press to change between the different faces. Now, you can't slide your finger through, it doesn't work. You can't tap, it doesn't work. You need to press on that sensor, and it will give you the time, the steps, the distance, the calories, heart rate, oxygen in blood, blood pressure, sleep, stopwatch, and even on the last one, find my phone. I'll go into more detail in a minute on a different picture to show you even better. In the box comes everything you need to have your watch set up and running. It comes with instructions. It comes nicely packed inside its own bag. Its charger, which I'll show you later on, and it looks quite neat and well presented. So in my case, as it was a gift, it was a really good presentation for such. I've taken this picture just to compare the size of the watch with the Fitbit Charge HR and the Fitbit Charge HR2. The older models to the right, the newer Charge models to the left, and the fitness tracker that I'm actually reviewing is right in the middle. So you can see more or less how wide it is. It's rather thinner compared to the Fitbit HR and the HR2. The phase is larger than both, obviously, especially the older model. So it's quite a sleek, which is what my mother-in-law really wanted. She wanted something sleek and not too bulky, so this was the perfect fitness tracker for her. Try to take pictures of all the phases that the watch has. I have to say, first, the first one of all gives you the time, gives you the date, the battery power, and the Bluetooth connection status. Now, it does not connect at all the time, so it won't drain your battery, your phone battery. It connects and it kind of stores all the information in the watch, and then when you go to the app and you synchronize, it will upload all the information that it has onto the app. It counts the steps, the distance in kilometers, the calories, the heart rate, the blood oxygen and blood pressure are not automatically taken on a constant basis. So like the Fitbit HR Charge, the Fitbit Charge HR, don't know what's wrong with my tongue today, that one will continuously monitor your heart rate. This fitness tracker does not do that. You need to go to the app, you need to click, I will show you further on, and you need to take the measurement there and then, or you can just click on one and take all the measurements, but it's not a constant. Once you've done that, you've taken the measurements manually, then you will be able to see the measurements on your watch too. But obviously I had to take the watch off my mother-in-law for a tiny little bit just to take the pictures. So that's why you'll see the heart rate at 0, the blood oxygen at 0, and the blood pressure at 0. The sleep, obviously, she's gone home with it, so I won't be able to check that. Then you've got the stopwatch and find my. It's the last one. It's find my phone. If you tap on it and it doesn't work, it's because you need to press where the sensor is, and you need to long hold for around 3 seconds, and then it will give your phone will vibrate and make a ringing sound, so you can actually find it with ease. So that comes handy because she's always saying, where did I put my phone? Did you see where I put my phone? So finally, now that might be able to help us and stop having to ring her every time she comes round to see if she's left the phone in the kitchen or in the living room, etc. So it comes handy. So the charging cable that comes with it, as you can see at the back, at the back of the watch, by the heart rate monitor, it has a 3-pin type of entry. That's where the charger actually gets attached to, and to the other side of the phone. It causes no damage to the side of the phone whatsoever because it has kind of a rubber pad on it. It's not rubber, it's like foam, but enough to protect the phone, the screen of the watch from scratching. The 3 pins look really strong and well made, and this is a very similar charge to the one that the Fitbit Charge HR2 uses, the new version. So it's quite one of the latest ways of charging fitness trackers, similar to this one. Okay, the strap. I've tried to take a few pictures to show you. Obviously, the strap goes within the loop and then gets attached with the pin that's attached to the strap through one of the holes. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, I've taken the pros off from the right hand corner at the lower bottom, because I'm not sure this strap is a pro or a con. Basically, when I first got the watch, I wanted to try it on before I gave it to my mother-in-law, make sure I was giving her the right watch, etc. And to be honest, I couldn't actually put on the strap all by myself. So I asked my husband to try. He couldn't put the strap by himself. I asked my 19-year-old daughter to try. She couldn't put the strap on by herself. It's quite tricky. I think it's because once it's on, it's super secure, because basically the pin on the strap, it's a tight fitting through the little holes. So the amount of pressure you need to put on that to actually fasten it, it's quite great for doing it single-handed. So yes, my mother-in-law needed help to put the strap back on. I don't know, I was going to take a star because of these, but then I thought, oh my God, with all the other features, how could I? So I've left it at that, but so you're aware, you will need, if you're anything like us, maybe I should say, you might well need help from someone else putting the strap of the watch on. But once it's on, it's a really secure fit. It's not going to come off, come loose, fall, etc. It's definitely secure. Now talking about the app. Now it says on the instructions that the app is worth it. So I searched it on my iPhone. As you can see on the left picture, you have Wear Fit and Wear Fit 2.0. Why did I get the Wear Fit? Because on the instructions, it matches the symbol with the heart and the person inside, so I thought that must be the one. Does the Wear Fit 2.0 works? I don't have a clue because I haven't tried it. I've gone for the one that's advised. It's super easy to pair. It pairs almost instantly. It does the search really fast. With these fitness trackers, I do tend to find most of them that I have tried in the past for reviewing, I mean like years ago, they used to be really tricky for their pairing, so I was a bit worried, but after buying this one and pairing so quickly, I was like, is that it? Is that paired? So that's definitely a bonus. And as you can see, you'll be able, it'll get you through the personal information stage. You can set your health goals, and then you can have third-party apps linking to your fitness trackers. You can see, because I've done it with my phone initially to do the, to check everything out, it gives you the Apple Health also. So it's Apple Health suitable, shall I say. And then everything's super easy. When you go within the app, you'll see all the steps, you'll see your night sleep, you'll see your heart rates, blood pressure, oxygen in blood, etc. And the fatigue, which is at the bottom. I'll come to that later. I don't think the fatigue one is really accurate, to be honest. But never mind. It's a very complete app compared to many others, and it works quite well once you know what to expect. And on the right picture on the top, you see the button that says measure. Keep that thought, hold that thought for a second, because we will talk about that a bit later on. So what is my favorite part, my favorite part, yeah, my favorite part of this fitness watch. Is it the app? Is it all the measurements? A bit of everything, but especially it's the design. I like the face. It has this gunmetal look to it, which is really good. It doesn't feel plasticky. It feels good quality metal, and even though you can't you can't slide through or tap through and you need to go to the button, the design really wins compared to many other fitness bands that you see out there that look really cheap, really tacky. This one doesn't. The silicone strap, I've been told by my mum-in-law that it's comfortable. She hasn't had too many problems with it. It's really thin, so, and it has all the holes for you to fasten. So you'll see that that actually gives you shall I say, more breathability, if that's I think that's the right word for it. And some of these trackers you will find that the strap itches your skin. I know, because I used to own a Fitbit Charge HR and it used to be terrible. With this one, my mum-in-law is being extremely comfortable with, so I'm very happy with the design and the whole build of the fitness tracker. And here I've just tried to picture the gunmetal of the sides of the face of the watch, so you actually see that gunmetal black, dark silver, that it's so nice and looks so stylish on the fitness tracker. So to be honest with you, when I first got the watch and I wanted to try it because I wanted to be able to explain to my mum-in-law, this is what it does, this is how it does it, and you can only do that if you've tried the watch and seen how it works. So I thought, this watch broken, it's not taking my heart rate. So I passed it on to my husband and said, put it on for 10-15 minutes, an hour, and see if it, if it catches your heart rate. It didn't either. So I thought, oh dear, this is definitely broken. I tried with my 19-year-old daughter. Yeah, family of guinea pigs, didn't work either. And then I realized that it's not a constant heart rate tracker, so it's not going to take constant measurements. As you can see, it's been on all day and the measurements are just the ones that we've taken. So basically you need to go into the heart rate. One of the options is to go into the heart rate and click on single measure or close real-time measure. I personally would say the real-time measure is much better and more accurate than the single measure. On the left you have the single measure, and then on the middle you have the real-time measurement, which is much more accurate with the real heartbeat rather than the single measure. But obviously it's up to you which one you would prefer to use. My advice, always go for the real-time measure. These are the fatigue readings. Now it takes one reading every hour, unlike the heart rate or the oxygen in the blood or the blood pressure. This one does take, and it's been saying all afternoon, in good condition, in good condition, in good condition. Now, I have to be honest, my daughter, my 19-year-old daughter, has tested it all afternoon. She's exhausted. She's been out and about for 2 days on the row. She looks poor. She looks so tired. So I know she's fatigued and she's very, very tired. She's looking at me now with one of those faces. Oh, don't say this in public, but never mind. And the watch said that she was in good condition. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but my advice, don't take the fatigue readings too hard, because we've seen and they're not 100% accurate, if we should say it that way. This is the blood oxygen. We've taken 2 readings there again, one single measure and one real-time measure. I just put this up. There's no way for me to tell you if this is accurate or not. Obviously, it's impossible for me to find out. But I wanted to show you that if you click on the sharing button, top right-hand side, all the apps that you can share it to come available. If you're a sharer, I don't know, you got WeChat, you got Moments, you got Facebook. My opinion, who wants to share the blood oxygen on Facebook page, but or Instagram? But if you want to, you've got the option there. So Okay, so here you have the blood pressure, and this is the measurement that has actually shown me that the real-time measure is always going to be more accurate than the single measure. Basically, I did a reading on the single measure and it was 110/76, and I thought, oh dear, this is nothing compared to the real reading of my blood pressure reader. Now this is a monitor I've always used. I've taken all the, all the measurements from it, and it's the reading right to the right hand side. My doctor's been happy to take those readings, so I actually trust that machine, and that's why I thought, well, I can compare this measurement, let's do it. And the measurement was 130/83, so I thought, wow, there's a lot of a difference. So then I've clicked on real-time measure, and it's given me 133/89, which is very similar to the 130/83. So for the time that's lapsed between one and the other, I would say real-time measures are always more accurate than the single measures. This is just a quick, well, there's two screenshots here just to show you what happens when you take either the oxygen in blood, the blood pressure, or the heart rate readings. If you take them individually, it says measurement note, please hold tight the bracelet and avoid your hand wrist when measuring. I think it means don't move your hand or your wrist while taking the measurement. And then it will just go silent, like on the right hand side, and it does that for around 30 seconds, and then you'll have your reading. And in case you're wondering, why do I have to take one measurement at a time? No, you don't have to. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can simply go to the right hand corner, click on measure, and then this screen appears, and all you need to do on this one is just click on the manual measure in the middle, and it will take all measurements in one go. So it's much faster and you don't have to go one by one. I'm guessing if you're only interested in your blood pressure and you want to take one individually, but you've got both options, so take your pick. This is just to show you the app really. It does have all the steps, the sleep, the heart, and the measurements do get uploaded really quickly. And then on the right hand side of it all, because you can set your goals, it gives you a little bar to tell you how close you are to actually to achieve that goal, basically. As you can see, it's done the steps up to date for the time that my daughter's had it until my mum's-in-law has arrived home for tea, and we've given her new fitness bracelet. Okie doke. Now if you click on the left hand side of the menu, it gives you more options of the app. You've got the personal information, which you can change and edit. Your weekly report, if you're going out for a run, you can set that too. And then shake to take picture. I'll go into that in a minute. Devices management, settings, and obviously you can remove the bracelet, so it's not synchronized to the app anymore. Now the shake to take picture, it does give permission to the app to access the camera. I actually clicked yes. I've tried both ways, so if any one of you have actually bought it and you want to clarify this for me, please do leave a comment below and let me know, because I've shaken my phone, doesn't work. I've shaken the fitness tracker, which is what makes sense. You activate shake to take picture, you shake the tracker, and then it's supposed to activate the picture, the camera on your phone. Well, it doesn't. So I'm a bit confused, don't know. My mother-in-law is going to be able to live without that anyways, so it's not a major con, but I simply haven't, I don't think I've actually, it's not working correctly basically. Maybe I have to shake a bit more. I'm trying while I'm speaking, and no, this does not work. So if you do get it to work and I'm doing something wrong, do please share it with me. Thank you. So am I happy with this fitness tracker? Yes. If I could, would I go back? return it, buy another one to give to my mother-in-law? No. Is it completely perfect? No. It's not perfect because the strap, as mentioned earlier, is tricky to put on by yourself. Maybe you can get the hang of it after a while, but because it's as a gift, I won't find that one out. The strap needs a rather tight fitting. As you can see, that's my daughter's hand, and it actually left a mark. So I would say keep it as a tight fitting, but not that tight, because probably that was the reason why her blood pressure went up. The readings are not ongoing, so you need to request them through the app. Would it be better if every hour it took a full-on reading of all the measurements that it takes? That would be fantastic. Is it asking too much for the price? Maybe. But as long as you know that the readings are not ongoing and that the heartbeat, it's not constantly monitored, you actually have to request a measurement, either individually or in the group, as mentioned previously, then you will be fine. And you won't think your fitness tracker is broken like I did when it first arrived. So all in all, conclusion, within its price range, under £40, do I recommend this fitness tracker? Yes. I have, as mentioned earlier, in the past tested many fitness trackers, and they didn't do the oxygen in blood, they didn't do the blood pressure, they didn't have so many readings. So this one is giving you extra readings that many others are costing you the same and they're not giving you. It pairs super fast. As soon as you go in the app, you've got no problem synchronizing, which others of the same price range have given problems. So yeah, I would highly recommend. I'm happy with my purchase. My mum-in-law has absolutely loved it, and I would definitely recommend.